Hi, this is Mo Fall with MyMostLife.com, and this is our 7th D in our Most Life system. Yes, over the last 7 weeks, including next week, which will be 8, we're covering the 8 dimensions of Most Life, and we're using D's for each one. So since it's Freedom Week, we're using departure. You know, getting true freedom in life means sometimes we have to make departures. And oftentimes we think of departures maybe as vacation or time away. Sometimes we see it as saying goodbye to a loved one when we might be going away for a while. But departures, and just the whole idea of departing from something, really connotates freedom. And since freedom is such a big aspect in how we feel good about ourselves and good about our life, I thought I'd cover departures in a whole new way. You know, every departure can be a big deal. And many departures require a little bit of planning. And we talk a lot about planning in the Most Life system because I believe so fully in planning out things. Not that everything works according to plan, but when you have a plan, you at least know where you are. But when we're looking at making a departure from something, we have to ask ourselves 3 questions. And the number one question we have to ask is, where is my next opportunity? Perhaps your next opportunity is a promotion. Perhaps it's a job in another company. Perhaps it's additional schooling or something else that you would think of that matches where you are in your life. But in order to go after another opportunity, we usually have to depart from either a mindset or a place in which we are. So if you're going to start your master's degree in business, for instance, because you know that that's your next opportunity in your career, you have to depart from the life you know, because you're going to have to create a whole new set of time management while you fit school in on top of your busy life. And I know many folks who have done it, and they still say to this day, when they went after their master's degree and still worked full-time, they've never been busier, never been happier, and never got as much done as they did when they were that jam-packed in their life. But they had to make a departure from a life that had a little bit more free time. So that's the first question. What's my next opportunity? And then we have to ask ourselves, is something holding us back? Is there some fear or some criticism or something we heard maybe back when we were a kid about who we are that's actually holding us back from moving forward and departing from something that we know we should move into? I can remember in several occasions when I made job changes that actually leaving the company I was in, departing from that company, took a massive amount of courage. And you never really quite know where you're going next. Even if you know people in that company, you really don't always know what's in store for you. I can remember one particular job change where I was very close with my team, and I'd actually gone through my breast cancer journey with them. And I really loved that company and that team. But there was a great opportunity for me looming right out here. More money, higher status, more opportunity to grow a company and to start from a smaller place and grow that. It was scary, but I needed to depart from my comfort zone in order to reach for that next level. Now, maybe you're not interested in reaching for that next level, so maybe a departure isn't in your cards. But I will tell you that when you are seeking some freedoms, departure is necessary. So how can we move through when departure requires leaving comfort zones and leaving things we know and people we love? Well, in order to do that, we must come up with a big enough why. So the third question we need to ask ourselves is, why is this important to me? It might be the economics. It might be the career opportunity. It might be working with a group of people who would add new and fresh ideas to you. So really tone it up with the why. I know if you look at a departure as a vacation, and you want to go to the Greek Isles, for instance, which is on my checklist of places I want to go, you have to really kind of load up as, why is that more important than, let's say, going to Australia or going to California? In order to move it up the priority list, you have to really beef up the why. And perhaps there's some reasons where there's discount tickets, or maybe other family members are interested in going to Greece at that same time. Adding the whys to your decision making on departures helps you overcome the obstacles that sometimes hold us back. So it's important to ask those 3 questions. Where's your next opportunity? Is there something holding me back? And what's my big enough why to move forward? So this week when we're exploring freedom, we're talking about departures and departing things that might no longer be serving us. So take your courage, get your idea sheet, download that, let's do some work together and figure out, is there a departure in your future? There may not be, but if there is, let's work together, get the idea sheet, really think this through, and get your courage going, because there's an opportunity out there for you. Whether it be a new job, a vacation, whatever it might be, a departure is already set for you. I know it. I can feel it. We'll see you next week on mymostlife.com, and until then, be free. Design it, dream it, and live it. It's your most life. See you next week.